SJ Cartier Limited Combos, and today I will be answering some of the questions I've previously been asked with regards to my website. The first question is, why did I set up my website and why I don't just use some of the other platforms, for example eBay, Vinted, Etsy. And another question is, why did I choose to go via building a website via WooCommerce and WordPress over deciding to build a website via Shopify or any other platforms that are available to build your websites. So first and foremost, I'll start with, this is my actual second website. My first website was sjcartier.co.uk, and with my first website was where a lot of the decisions started from, whether I want to actually build a website or just stay on eBay selling as I was on eBay at the time. My decision came down to the matter of fact of the amount of products I aim to sell, the amount of products I aim to list, and how long I actually aim to sell these items, how long it takes for me to sell certain of these items. So I was weighing up the pricing of how much it costs to list an item on eBay. At the time it was like 30 pence, 50 pence a listing, whether the item sold or not. So when I decided on that, and then you start to realize that not everything you can sell on eBay, not everything you also can go and sell on Amazon, and not everything you can sell on Vinted or Etsy. I started to realize that these platforms are very good to sell on, but if you are a business that has your own business idea and plan, not everything you have would be suited for each of these marketplaces. So with regards, as an example, antiques and vintage do well on Vinted, but if you are a seller, you may be able to get more for them on eBay. If you are a buyer, antiques and vintage may be costing a little bit more on eBay, but at least you know you may actually get them from someone who has actually checked the item and authenticated that the item is legitimately what it is and the item is in good condition. Whereas on Vinted, it may be someone's items that have been left to them, or they've just got sitting around the house that they decided to list. So depending on whether you're a buyer or seller, depends on whether you would go to one or the other for antiques or vintage, for example. Also, when you're talking with regards high-end products, you know, high-end products you can sell on eBay and Amazon, but not really on Vinted and not necessarily on Etsy. So when I actually started considering this, I actually thought the best way to counteract having to decide what your business and what you want to sell or market is to have your own website. So as I go back to, again, first of all, my first website was sjcartier.co.uk, and that website, when I decided I'd have a website and I was going forward with it, I actually had someone build my website for me, my very first website. The hosting was via them and the website building was via them. I actually found that the website building was taking a longer process than I required, and when there were changes that were being made, these changes weren't happening in the time frame I needed for my website to stay live 24/7. So at this moment in time, early on in my first website, I actually changed to another hosting service and kept the same domain at that time. When I changed to this other hosting service, they were supposed to be the best for support and a lot of other things, and I found that because of some issues that I had previously from my previous website builders, and then my new website builders at this new hosting were seeming unknowledgeable, although they were supposed to be knowledgeable in these areas of what to do to help my website not be down or be loading slow, or just be able to reach every country at a normal speed, in the sense of if you're visiting my website in India, England, America, Portugal, Australia, Canada, you will all visit my website and get the same type of speed. So previously it wasn't happening like this. Certain of my viewers weren't able to view my website. Certain times my domain was down and I had to put up messages that my domain was down. So now this got quite annoying, as you could understand, as someone that wanted a platform where I could sell everything I wanted needed to be live at 24/7, as if the products were on eBay or Vinted or Amazon or Etsy at this time. So yeah, I had to make a kind of cold-hearted decision to actually just start again from scratch a year in. I think about just over a year into that first website. Um, I then decided to set up my next website, which is the website you now see, sjcartierlimited.com. And everything I've done with this website now, I built from scratch. So down to out, I actually started with a blank web page and hosting and a domain, and that was it. No products, no web pages, no connections for you to make offers or shipping or anything. So previously, where I had paid quite a lot for this, and when I actually looked at the numbers of website builders, as a small business, it wasn't in my price range to be able to afford this. I then got onto WordPress forums and into woocommerce tutorials, and started to understand both of these things myself. I have now built this second website, and when I first started, I wanted a platform, as I say, where I could sell any items that I wanted. And my business, as it is a limited company, I plan to make every kind of category within my business their own individual businesses. So comic books, I understand they will become their own part of the business, where comic collectors come for comics. My antiques and vintage will be for my antiques and vintage collectors. And this will all be via my one website, which has built SEO via my website and not just via my eBay shop, which when you are selling a variety of products via eBay, for example, it is advised that you sell just one category via this product in your eBay shop. This is something that my website shouldn't have to worry about, because my website is the background of the brand. And then when they come to the brand, they are aware that they are able to find all these products, compared to having an eBay shop where they are expecting to see comics, but now they're seeing toys and they don't want to look at the toys, they only want to look at the comics. So yeah, they were some of the reasons why I actually decided to build my website. I will also say, add on to that, I actually think a website is possibly needed for every sort of business, because it gives you your own back. So as some people have a shop, some people have a website. Both of those are like your how to put it, your roots. And to build your roots from your own roots, and then be able to possibly go to other platforms if you needs to be, is the aim that I kind of wanted to do and be able to do. So I hope you kind of understand why I decided to build a website. I hope you understand the journey it's took me to get the website you may see in front of yourselves now, and why I've actually decided to not outsource website builders, why I've decided to actually change, not just from .co.uk because of the service that I was paying for previously, but also change it to SJ Cartier Limited, which is my full business name, and add a .com, which now can actually go to the world and not just to UK customers. And also it is my own roots, let's say. So everything I do bases from my website, as if it was my local premises that people can come to. So yes, thank you again for joining me today. And I will say these are all quick, short, little sketches into parts of my business. And as I get a bit more comfortable on the camera, I will actually be doing more long length discussions about more particular reasons as to why I've done them. But as I'm saying, just like the start was the 5 positives maximum, 5 negatives maximum, I'm just giving you a little bullet points of me and my journey and why I've decided to do a lot of these things. So I hope you have found them quite informative, and I hope it leaves you willing to want to know more. So thank you again for joining SJ Cartier Limited Convos.